most people think GLP-1 medications are about losing weight. And the real question is, what kind of body are you left with when all that weight comes off? Because a lighter body is not a stronger one. And this matters way more in your 40s and 50s, not your 30s like you, 50s like me, than most people realize. So pros and cons of the GLP-1s. What's your thought? Do you like somebody being on the GLP-1s, not being on the GLP-1s? What's your initial thought?
My initial thought, only because I have known a select few people who have done it, and some people have really, really good success with it. Other people had good success with it in the beginning, and then down the road came into a lot more health problems.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about those health problems. But one of the things I've noticed is, like the clients that we work with, they're busy professionals, and there's a lot of times that they don't have their environment set up like you and I do, and actually like you and I coach. So this is where I get it, where busy professionals don't necessarily have that time for trial and error. And there's points that we've seen our clients where it's hard for them to say no to some of the junk.
Yeah, it's easier.
Like me. So if we had certain things in here, would I eat them?
Absolutely.
Like what?
Like, you're constantly craving a good chocolate chip cookie.
Definitely.
Just chocolate. Chips.
Yeah. Look, she just keeps going. Definitely pizza too. So,
Pizza, yeah.
So here's the pros with the GLP-1s that we see professionally. We can open on paper. We'll design a nutrition program, and on paper, it's magnificent. It's amazing. It's evidence based. We've got clinical studies based on this. However, when you put that temptation in front of people, and I know I'm a prime example, they're going to consume it. And this is where these GLP-1s, this is where these drugs are really helpful for those individuals, because it takes that craving, it takes that temptation away, just completely obliterates it. And again, you're a prime example. I'm a prime example for you. If it were in our environment, what do you say? I have an inner what inside me?
Inner fat guy, fat boy.
I got the inner fat boy. You know that fat boy you saw from the movies, like that 12, 13-year-old little fat boy? He lives inside this body. I know I've got a six pack in my 50s, but it's when you don't redesign your environment, this is where I've seen benefits with the drugs. Downsides, there's a flip side to it. What have you seen?
Either people gaining the weight back.
Yep. So they come off and they'll gain the weight back. I'll come back to that.
I know some people have started having heart issues.
Yeah.
And just their body reacting differently from what it was before.
Yeah. It's so now that they've been around long enough that we're seeing adverse responses, reactions to a lot of these drugs. And we'll address the first one that you said. It's somebody loses the weight and then they get off the drugs and they put the weight back on. That's because their inner fat boy did not remove the cookies from the house, did not remove the pizza from the house. They didn't shift their environment. So they were triggered by the same things that happened before. And this is a real important one here, so pay attention to this one. We were watching a movie the other day, and I pointed out she's on GLP-1s. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The girl.
Yeah.
So what did I notice? This is really cool.
She had a weird right here line in her arm.
Yeah.
And then her skin that was just hanging was different from
somebody that's just fat.
Yeah. It was interesting.
It was like a deflated balloon. You saw it on her face also.
Yeah.
So this is what they call the GLP-1 face. And the challenging part is when people were consuming foods, the ultra processed foods that got them inflamed, that got them sick, and then they get on these phenomenal drugs where they consume less of it, their body is shrinking, the scale is shrinking, but we talked about it earlier. It has nothing to do about strength. How often do you weigh yourself? When I tell you to?
Not a lot. Maybe once a month.
Really? I was going to say.
Just for curiosity.
Yeah, because meat daily. This one, not relevant. She builds her strength. So this is where, what's my focus? What's my intention? So with these GLP-1s, what we've noticed is when people don't increase their protein, when they don't purposely strength train, they're losing a lot of muscle tissue. So now there's enough data they're showing, depending on which one you're looking at, anywhere from half to 3/4 of the weight loss is actually muscle tissue. Well, say it multiple times. Muscle is that organ of longevity. Muscle is where we get our energy. That's where the nutrients are stored. That's really what we're looking for. So when clients come to us, they're like, Esteban, Brittany, I want more energy. I want to have tight arms like you. I want to have tight abs like you. I want to squeeze her tight little waist. You're welcome. So that goes away a lot of times with these GLP-1s when there's not a focus on increasing protein and an increase in strength training. So it's really important in doing that so you don't have that deflated balloon look. So this medication without muscle protection really changes the outcome. So for those that are on this medication, it supports what it does. We're gonna really insist that you focus on that muscle protection, increase your protein intake. Definitely purposefully do strength training throughout the week. So here's areas that we see that most people focus on that actually doesn't work. Got it right here. Number one, eating less. Eating less makes you weak. You ever been hangry?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, like for me to keep her happy, it's like having to shove stuff in your mouth on a regular basis. Two, faster weight loss.
There's the scale only success.
Yeah. And like you want to do pull up, well, you do pull ups. You just want to do more pull ups. So what are some successes that are not scale related? And those why does that fail beyond age 40, beyond age 50?
The muscle loss accelerates.
Yeah, so from age 30 to 35, we're losing, depending on which study you're looking at, anywhere from 1 to 3% per year of muscle tissue. So if we're doing a eat less program at my age, we're going to lose muscle at a much faster rate.
And then the metabolism slows down.
Yeah, and how many people do we hear constantly saying, my energy's down, the metabolism's already slow as it is?
Yeah, a lot.
And one of the things that we notice is the body might look smaller, but it looks softer. It's not that tone tight look that our clients come to us with. Say, hey, I really want to be toned because where are we going in a few weeks?
Puerto Rico.
Now, do you want to be softer when you're in Puerto Rico, or do you want to have that tight body?
I want to have a tight body.
Yeah. But midlife weight loss has to be muscle protected. Eating more protein and lifting are not optional add-ons.
They're the foundation.
They are. It's a foundation. So build that. That's your foundation. Increase protein, lifting weights. When you're thinking about your weight loss, you're tightening and toning up. So it makes me think of, I'm gonna call our client Mike. So this way we're not specifically calling anybody out. With his work schedule, he was not following the meal plan, and he's like, "Bro, I'm trying. And then in his work scenario and the excess work, he had all the junk goodies, as people would call them, treats as they would call them. We're going to shift that. And he's like, Esteban, what's your thought on me getting on these shots? I was all for it. Like, and since then, he's actually been able to drop the scale an additional 10 pounds. But, and I should say not but, he's diligent on tracking his protein daily, and he hits his strength training. The guy looks good. I mean,
I'm saying that's the thing too. I feel like people take this and it's like just a fast lose weight. And then to like sum this all up, like, yeah, do it. Lose the weight you want to lose, get a healthier spot. But you have to, like you said, continue and change your environment. Like, you're going to lose the weight and then go right back to what you were doing and
yeah,
end up even worse.
and that's what we see. You're not going to end up worse. So if you remember one thing from this conversation,
the goal isn't just weight loss, it's a stronger body.
if you made it this far, do me a favor, hit a like and subscribe.